I just want to take that and put it in my mouth and consume it. Dude, look, are you kidding me? Oh, this is so wild. Okay, moving on before I cry. Hi there, how you doing? Look, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. You went up my ass. Better not do that again. That was not funny. No. What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to the top 10 artists ever. So I've done a top 15 artist video before, and that was a bit of a collaboration between myself and the community. But this time I want to show you guys some of my personal top artists. And if you do not agree with this list, please leave an angry comment below, destroy me verbally, and tell me which artist is your favorite. And we can all share our favorite artists with each other in the comment section. Angrily. That being said though, while my butt recovers from the pain of sitting on a burb, let's dive into number 1. First up, we've got this should not come as a surprise to anybody. Has been a big part of my art journey for a very long time. He's got such an incredible rendering style. It's so realistic yet so simplified, very impressionistic. And can we just talk about the way he does metal rendering? Like, this stuff is insane. I love that when you zoom in, it doesn't make much sense. It just looks like random brushstrokes. But the moment you zoom out, it just, the whole picture comes together. Look at the rendering on this. He makes me question my whole career as an artist. In fact, he makes me question my whole life. I mean, you can just look at any one of these paintings for such a long time and just get lost in all of the details. My goodness. Has been a huge influence for me when it comes to rendering metal and reflective textures. So big thanks, big shout out to. And next up, we've got Ramone 90, an absolute character design god. I can't believe these guys didn't make it into my last video. So Ramone, I think, is very well known for this loose, energetic, and highly simplified artistic style. Such amazing simplified rendering, great use of hard and soft edges. The line art is loose, it's powerful, it's got such a sketchy feeling to it. And look at the way he stylizes the faces of his characters to make them even more expressive. Look at these big eyes. Big eyes, a small face, I like. And he gets his inspiration from some of the most creative images. I mean, just look at the shape language here, right? Amazing character design. Look at these awesome Yakuza looking guys, right? And this is all inspired by a trash can and a trash bag. Ramone, you're crazy. He's amazing. He's probably less mentally stable than I am. Just look at the color scheme, the character design here. Look at the little visual elements that call back to the original reference. I see this and my mind just goes boom. You know? Next up, we've got an amazing VizDev artist, Cat Sai. I actually discovered Cat's work through this book right here. This is the art of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and you can see some of these spreads are painted by Cat Sai. If I remember correctly, Cat played a really big part in designing the visual identity of Gwen's world. Some of these pieces are just so phenomenally stylized. Look at the use of colors here and the use of the textures with the brushstroke. Look at that. Oh. And there's some description here for insight into why she painted the world this way. It's just fantastic. And if you go a little bit further back on her page, you can see she's got some amazing environmental paintings. Now, when I see stuff like this, I'm just so inspired. I am ready to go and just end my career. Just absolutely stunning use of colors and textures and amazing simplification. This is so wild. Okay, moving on before I cry. Another one of my absolute favorites, Heam Habi. He's known as Pyro Daily on Instagram. Every single piece from Heam is an absolute treat. Just look at the line quality here, the shape language on this character. And now that I've kind of gone back into traditional art a little bit more, I just have so much more appreciation for the line art that he's able to do. I mean, dude, come on. Look at the shape language on this. Thick, dark lines, and then the areas where he places thin and light lines. The contrast is amazing. And that's not even to mention the incredible stylization that he has given to his character. And he's also worked on Love, Death, Robots. These designs are so clean. The shapes are so strong. They're powerful. They look like they could bench 400 pounds. Meanwhile, my shapes are struggling with a plate. Dude, look, are you kidding me? Oh, I actually happen to have his art book. I highly recommend this book. It's amazing. I got this from him at Lightbox, and it's just pages upon pages of amazing character design. Amazing art book, amazing artist. Highly recommend you guys check him out. Sometimes I do sleep with this book in hopes that some of his power transfers over to me through osmosis. And next up, we've got Bozo Balof for something a little bit different. I just discovered him recently, and let me just show you guys the insanity of his work. This is something that I would be more than happy to just sit down for 30 hours in a row and watch a movie made in this style. It's amazing. I feel like the best way to describe the work that he makes is like a moving painting, right? Look at the character here. That's incredible. Look at that, the film. Oh my God. And this is one of my favorite pieces from him, and he calls it an environment practice. practice. Next up, we've got Zach Retz. I don't know if I can keep doing this video, guys. It's just art god after art god after art god. Zach I also discovered through the Spider-Verse art books. You see, a lot of his work contains an insane amount of textures, just crazy visual complexity. Stuff like this, where you zoom in on the elements and it just makes no sense. It looks so impressionistic, but then when you zoom out, the scene really comes together. What the heck is that? And then you zoom out. Ah, it's a fisherman on a boat. You know, this kind of looseness is something that I've always aspired to do. It's like the antithesis of perfectionism. He's also done work on some of my favorite movies, you know, Spider-Verse, Puss in Boots. Such gorgeous paintings, amazingly stylized. And just look at the colors on the white walls. You've got pinks, purples, blues, he's got teals, he's got greens, he's got a little bit of everything. It makes me feel like I'm at a pride parade. God, it's good. Look, and if you're an art baby and you have a bit of a perfectionist mindset, Zach is the perfect person to look at, because look at this. I mean, the character's silhouette's not even defined. The hat silhouette's not even defined. But guess what? You can still tell what's going on. He is the perfect example of it doesn't have to be perfect. Next up, we got Luca Pisanu. He's an Italian art director slash VizDev artist. Once again, another more environmentally focused artist. And there is such an incredible energy about these paintings that I absolutely adore. Look at these street views. And Luca's got some of these amazing wide angle shots in his paintings, like this beach shot right here. Look at this wide angle shot on the city street. Just some of the most challenging perspectives. And this piece is one of my favorites from him. You know, just the light and the shadow, the colors here, the way he frames the main character, which is the subject. It's so good. It just makes me want to Luca at it. I'm sorry. Next up, we've got an absolute genius of an artist. If you haven't heard of him, his name is Alberto Melo. Now, I'm not going to show you guys most of his profile because he does deal a lot in nudity and mature themes, but I actually discovered Alberto through the show Love, Death, Robots on Netflix. And he's someone who just really pushes this artistic stylization of animation. There's a little sneak preview of a scene from one of his episodes. Just incredible work. Incredible work. And he has also worked on the Spider-Verse movies. I am of the impression that he's a bit of a genius. Look at this. This is animated. Are you kidding me? Look at this. This is animated. That's... Oh my God, are you kidding me? Rounding to the end, we've got 80 Gailan, also known as Snatty 89. 80 Gailan was one of my biggest early inspirations when it came to drawing environments. He has this amazing way of simplifying and capturing complex elements. If you look at his brush economy here, what you see is very few simple brush strokes to capture a very complex scene. He's also one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to drawing and coloring water. And to this day, I don't understand how he was able to make this painting. This water looks more like water than real water. I don't know how he did it. I just want to take that and put it in my mouth and consume it. Look at the coloring in this water, just amazing. See these straight brush strokes for the rain? I feel like the way I paint right now is very similar to the way he did it. But yeah, it's just so effectively simplified, just amazing. Now, unfortunately, he's not as active on Instagram now as he was before because he is running his own art studio. But man, every time he does post, you can say that 80 really 8. I'm sorry. And last but not least, I'm gonna bring you guys to Twitter for this one. The very scary land of the chronically online. I'm terrified right now. We can't stay here too long, guys. We're in danger. Here is Hero, and that is his handle on Twitter. I actually discovered his work because I've been getting a lot more into traditional pen drawing recently, and something about his simplification and his incredible line art just absolutely drew me right in. The sheer level of confidence in these lines is just insane. I mean, here, let me show you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, the faces, the hands, the expression of these characters are amazing, but look at this teacup. How can you draw such a nice, smooth circle in one stroke? How? It's like the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Are you kidding me? Look at this. First of all, the perspective is amazing on this character. Second of all, that's a hand-drawn straight line. Huh? And he's been doing animation. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. So yeah, now you guys know whenever I talk about my pen lines not being clean enough, this is the person that I'm trying to live up to. And last but not least, let's end this video on a low note. Let's do a little comparison here. I mean, it's all right. There you guys go. There's a new list of the top 10 best artists ever. These are some of my current favorite artists, and these guys influence my style a lot. Now, your favorite artists ever are probably going to be quite different from mine because we draw in different styles and that requires inspiration from different sources. Now I really hope that with this video I've been able to introduce you guys to some new artists for you guys to follow and who can potentially inspire you on your own art journey. Please go check out all of their work. I'm very grateful to each and every one of them for being a source of inspiration for me at some point on my art journey. Anyways guys, if you want to see more art related content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Check out my Patreon page for monthly process videos and tutorials of my work. And I'll see you guys on the next video where hopefully I won't sit on a burb in the intro. Huh? Don't do that again. Ooh, my back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's not only my back, it's my backside too. Oh, I shouldn't have sat on the burb. Oh.